What's up, guys? Welcome back to Coasters in Perspective. Today, I'm going to be taking a bit of a different approach from my other videos. Today, I'm going to be talking about the worst ever roller coaster I have ever ridden. Because I've been way too positive lately. To be honest, you guys probably don't even know what the coaster I am talking about is. You may assume that it's an SLC or a Pinfari, and one of those is right. Because my least favorite coaster in existence is Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. No, but in all seriousness, the worst ever roller coaster I have ridden is a pretty bad one, and this is the Pinfari Cyclone Livingstar at Jolly Roger at the pier. I'm actually going to do a little review on this for you guys just to show you just how bad this attraction is. This awful roller coaster is located in Ocean City, Maryland at one of the Jolly Roger parks. Jolly Roger owns two amusement parks in the Ocean City area at Jolly Roger at the 30th, which actually has a semi-decent coaster collection, and Jolly Roger at the pier. This is Jolly Roger at the pier's only coaster in general, so the locals don't really have a choice but to ride this headbanging machine. To start off this awful attraction, you take a left-hand turn out of the station before climbing up the lift hill. And let me just tell you, at the top of this lift hill, there is a violent jolt. Now, I only rode this coaster twice, but I rode once in the front row and once in the back row, and I think 2 rides was well enough. Then, you take a right-hand turn before heading into the first drop, which in my opinion is the best and the worst part of the ride. The profiling on this drop is downright atrocious. The drop somewhat resembles a triangle, and since this is a 3-car train, you get a violent pop of ejector airtime going down. That is, to me, the best and worst part of the ride. Now, I love ejector, don't get me wrong, I love it to bits, but when you're mixing in the fact with super bulky metal over-the-shoulder restraints on awful profiling on a Pinfari roller coaster, it becomes a death trap for your shoulders. After this drop, my shoulders were in so much pain that I needed to take a few Advils just to keep on going. After the first drop, you head into a turn that is also very uncomfortable before going into the signature element, which is the vertical loop.
A 95-foot tall loop!
To be honest, I'd rather watch people go through this loop than actually ride it, because this is another very uncomfortable part of this attraction. Then comes the worst transition in this ride, which is the turn into the somewhat helix. This turn, I really had to prepare myself for the second time, because it will bash your head into bits. Then you go into an airtime hill, which gives no airtime, and I hope it doesn't give any airtime for a future rider's sake. Then you finish off with a really janky turn before going into the final brakes. And these final brakes is another really uncomfortable ride because you absolutely slam to a halt. And now you have the credit and the concussion. You can finally make your way out of Jolly Roger for good, because I would not recommend coming back here. It's a charming place, but I would not recommend coming back to Livingstar. So what would I rate Livingstar? I'm going to give this coaster a 2 out of 10, which I think is pretty respectable, and some may think it's a little high. The only reason it gets 2 points is for its semi-decent presentation and the ejector airtime down the first drop. Now, I also want to take this time to make a few announcements, and first I'm going to be making an announcement of my podcast. From now on, I'm going to be filming 1 podcast every week. I know I haven't been very consistent on it, but trust me, I will try. And I will be starting a new series where I rank every relevant theme park chain, such as Cedar Fair, Six Flags, Universal, and Disney. In my rankings, I will mostly be taking coaster collection into account. Yes, presentation will get their own score. But we'll talk about the next video in the next video. So, what did you guys think of this video? Leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below if you do like the channel. It really motivates me to make more content like this in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment what your least favorite coaster is down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.